Okay, so rate of change. This is pretty simple if you remember linear function. If you remember y equals x plus b, and if you remember grade 10, and you remember its slope, right, and rise over run, this is pretty simple. So the ROC is the rate of change, okay? So the goal for today ROC stands for rate of change. So the rate, basically how quickly at which something is changing. This is basically what we're looking at. Remember when in the last lesson we were talking about like it's changing fast, it's changing slow, right? It's increasing fast, it's increasing slow. This is actually how to calculate that. So the slope is often indicated by, the rate of change, or the ROC, is often indicated by the slope of a graph. So the slope is how steep is your line, the steepness of your line. How many of you remember the slope from grade 9, 10? Rise over run, y2 minus y1. Yes, at the beginning of the semester. That's right. So if you have a graph and you want to find your slope, all what you have to do, you have to find 2 points on the line, and you have to locate your rise, right? See how much the line is rising, and locate your run, and find the rise over run, which is your slope. If you don't have a graph, you have 2 points, then you should have 2 points, x1, y1, x2, y2. I'm just going to refer to this as point A because I have it right there. And this is your point B because it's in the graph that you see. So what would my formula be for the slope?
Point A, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1,
So, the change in the y, the change in your rise, right? Remember, the formula is rise over run. Rise is your vertical change. Run is your horizontal change. Okay? So it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It's not going to change. Always going to be the same. y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1.
Okay. So leave that there.
Labeling your points is very important. Labeling your x1, y1, x2, y2 is very important. So let's look at the next question. So calculating and interpreting rates of change. So example number 1 asks you to calculate the average rate of change between each pair of points. Explain what the rate of change means. So I have my first example in a table of values. So I have to label them. What would I call this? Y1.
y1.
This is X, this is Y.
Yes.
Right? This is your first point. Right? So this would be x1, y.
x2 and y2.
So your slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Make it into a song. remember right here, it's the altitude of an airplane, right? We have time on the x-axis, airplane height on the y-axis. So I'm gonna have negative 150 meters per minute. Eyes on the board for a second, please. No. Rate of change, you have to include units if you do have to. So remember, I'm doing this over this. So that would be meters over minutes.
Solve for everything.
So that's why my unit is meters per minute. So what can you tell me about that rate of change? When you read negative 150 meters per minute, what does that mean? Explain it to me in words.
The distance that the airplane taken in 1 minute. That's
Yeah,
minute or in minute. So we have to be airplane height. The height.
Okay, so what does that mean?
Oh, the airplane can go high, minus 150 meters in 1 minute. How she go? Up or down?
So which way is it going? Up or down?
Down.
Down.
Now it's down.
It's decreasing. So the height of the airplane is decreasing 150 meters per minute.
Change altitude.
Yes,
Change altitude.
but it's going
Go
down.
down, yes, to lateral. To land.
Yes. So the height of, by the way, I love French. It's easy for the height of the plane is decreasing.
Zero, so. I see.
150 meter per minute. So they're coming to a, yeah, it's going down, right?
For to land.
Yes.
So the altitude, yeah, when we change the altitude is measured by the time, yeah. The
That's
parameter
right.
by time, yeah.
Height by minute.
Yeah.
Over.
So you got.
The second graph I'm looking at is the vehicle rental cost. So how much does it cost to rent a vehicle with respect to distance driven, right? Because when you rent a car, right, you have to pay how many the kilometer that you drive. You have to pay for that, right? So we see 2 points. You see the line that's in red.
We gotta get that. Yeah.
So kind of, right? So that's your line. There's indication of 2 points on the graph. There is point 200, 400, so that's your x1, y1. And there's point 400, 700. That's your x2, y2. So your slope is
700 minus 400. And your 400 minus 20.
I'm just gonna circle this minus this over this minus this because I have 400 twice, right? That's why I just circled.
So you have the zero and
So your answer for this is 3 over 2. So that is 1.5. 1.5. What's my unit?
Kilometers per kilometer.
That's dollars.
Dollar.
That's dollars.
Kilometers per hour. Yeah, dollars by kilometer.
Or is it
Dollars
meters
per
Dollars by
kilometer.
kilometers.
dollars per kilometer?
Yes, because it's y
Oh, it's the
over
cost.
X,
Oh,
right? Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. So it's dollars per kilometer, right? It makes sense. You're paying $1.50 per kilometer. Your answer should always make sense. Ask yourself, does it? So the cost increases, and it increases because it's positive. $1.50 per pound. Sorry, per kilo.
So this one works. So that.
Yeah, use 5.
Now save this.
I did something.
Sometimes they get 5 as well.
Huh?
Sometimes they get 5 as well.
Okay.